I've always believed that when you feel something, especially something good for someone, you shouldn't keep it from them. You should let them know. But I also believe that if you think it's love, there's really no need to bring it up if you know there's no chance for it to grow. But it seems like I'm always coming up with contradictions. Because now I find that what I believe and what I feel are two very different things. And those feelings that I've kept all to myself want to come out now, even though they've changed. So you see, I guess I was right in one way that I never told you this. And I don't really know why I'm telling you now, but I just kind of like you to know that there could have been a you and me. I might have changed my life for you, and you might have changed for me. If there were not so many ifs and buts, and if you had wanted it to be. But because of the way I am and the way you are, we never took the chance, did we? Call it respect because we're not free. Call it fear of rejection because of our pride. Or call it just plain old common sense, that it would just be too risky and too sticky a situation because we wouldn't know exactly where we were going and we'd be afraid to take the ride. Call it whatever, but I wanted you to know that I like you very much, and you're the kind of person I could love. You're honest, sincere, compassionate, not afraid to be too gentle and not afraid to be too strong. And you've got that certain kind of something that people are always looking for and rarely find and never seem to get enough of. And somehow, it doesn't seem wrong to tell you that. No, we've never kissed and never touched each other, but our hearts have, and our souls have, and if we gave them half a chance, look out, for I'll bet they could start a fire that nobody in the whole world could put out. But that was yesterday, wasn't it? And things are so different now. So I was right not to ever tell you, because I guess I always knew it never really would have had a chance to grow. And though I'll use my better judgment again and never mail this letter, I still kind of wanted you to know. I will spend my whole life through loving you, just loving you. Winter, summer, springtime too. Loving you, loving you makes no difference where I go or what I do. You know that I'll always be loving you, just you and I guess a lot of us thought you were bigger than life, and it just never occurred to us that you would ever die like the rest of us. And it's impossible to put into words all that you've meant to us, but to many, you were the American dream. Besides JFK, you were the only hero some of us ever had. In an age that said we should suppress our feelings, you freed us from some of the prejudices the previous generation was about to pass on to us. In every song you sang of life, you filled our hearts with love and emotions that touched feelings in us that we'd kept hidden for a long time, helping us to get to know ourselves, telling us it's all right to feel, to be the way we are, that self-expression is a God-given right. You did for a whole generation something we couldn't do for ourselves. And because you communicated the depth of your feelings and interpreted ours so well, you were an extension of us, and we wanted everything for you. I guess we could say you were the heart and soul of and to one generation. You also represented a part of us that we weren't sure of, that we dreamed of being. You made us aware of our own potential, even though we knew we might never find the secret in ourselves for reaching it, as you did. But you showed us it could be done, and so excluded yourself from society to preserve the mystery that made you that American dream. I guess that's why we put you on a pedestal so high that you could do no wrong. We didn't want you to be subject to human ills as we were. We didn't want to know you any better than we did. We wanted you to be perfect, and telling us something that spoiled our image of you would be worse than finding out for the first time there was no Santa Claus. But now the call has come, and fate says your time is up, and we can't believe you're gone. It seems like the world ought to stop moving, or that life shouldn't go on. But it does, and we will, till our time comes. And that's reality, I guess, reminding us of our own unimportance. That life is here, life is gone, just like that, even for those who seemingly have everything. And so a part of us has died with you. But the monument we leave to you is not made of stone, but of love. It's a big empty space in our hearts that was reserved for only you, that no one else can ever feel. What was once a dream is now a memory. What was once a reality is now a dream. But the impact you had on our world will last until the last life you touched is gone. We're sure gonna miss you, and nobody will ever take your place. In your fields this morning, I traveled your highways today, used a creek and a rainbow for road now, and a tree for a chapel to pray. And I'm so proud to sing your praises and to live in the land of the free. I'm just one of your children who loves you. Your home, sweet home to me.
United States of America. Right or wrong, win or lose, where my only limitation is me. United States of America. I believe in the red, white, and blue, and I thank you for all you've done for me. And I'll do my best for you. United States of America. Hallelujah, we love you.
And as a citizen of my country, I believe it is my duty to obey your laws, to try to be a worthy individual, a positive example, and a productive and responsible citizen, to be informed and concerned about our nation's affairs, and to voice my beliefs constructively, to practice diligently an attitude of brotherly love, and hold no hatred against anyone. And when one of my brothers makes a mistake, be he peasant or president, I will try to treat him as I would want to be treated, with compassion and understanding.
and I will continue to be proud to pay taxes for the opportunity to live in the greatest nation in the world. A nation born out of faith in God and sustained only if that faith and the support of the American people remain strong. United States of America, hallelujah, we love you. United States of America, She's a single girl looking for a job, trying to make it on her own. She's the ex-wife of a husband who left her with 2 kids to raise alone. She's a mom working overtime to buy the school clothes the kids will need this fall. And the dedicated housewife living for her man, and that's not all. She's making $1 million business deals on Wall Street, and she flies the friendly skies. She knows age is just a number, 'cause at 81 she won the Nobel Prize. She competed for the 2nd highest office in the land, and that ain't bad. She doesn't claim to be perfect, but she's trying, so let's give the girl a hand. Come on now. She's a woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s a hand? She's the woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s a hand? She's committed to a vision to find out who she is and what she wants to do, to give more meaning to her life and not just play a role that she's expected to. She knows within every question lives the answer, just waiting to be called. And the dreams of the woman of the 80s are the dreams of us all. She's the woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s a hand? Come on now. She's the woman of the 80s, the lady on the run, just trying to make up some time for things she hasn't done. She's just trying to find her way in the family of man. Don't you think it's time to give the woman of the 80s? His eyes are clear, his words are true, and he gives me more love than I ever knew. But there is something like a chain that's holding me. Why can't I break it and just be free? His love is sweet, his heart is mine, and he's sure that he will want me for all time. But there's something like a cloud that hides the sun. It's just your memory. Look what you've done. And it's not fair to him. He never knew you. And it's just as well, 'cause then he'd cry. And he's so good to me with all his loving. I don't deserve his kiss, but I can try. His smile is pure, he does no wrong. But I know deep within myself I'm not that strong. And he says I will always be the only one. But he's been cheating. Look what you've done. And your memory is a cloud that hides the sun. And I'm in prison. Look what you've done. And within my mind I know the time will come. I'll have to hurt him. Look what you've done. I wouldn't love me if I were you, when I treat you the way I just did, but I didn't mean to. I'm ashamed to ask you anymore to forgive me, but I'm sorry, and it may sound like to you I'm making excuses for what I do. But while I'm changing, just love me and remember that whatever I say means I love you. Whatever foolish thing I do means I care for you. When you sort it all out, you're what I'm all about. If you can love me long enough, I'll learn to show you. You say it sounds like to you when I ask you where were you, that I don't trust you, but I just worry and I miss you. And I need missing sometimes too. And when the fighting and the crying lead to saying that we're through, recall the words that I inscribed on my heart for you. Whatever I say means I love you. Whatever foolish thing I do means I care for you. When you sort it all out, you're what I'm all about. If you can love me long enough, I'll learn to show you. Whatever I say means I love you. Whatever foolish thing I do means I care for you. When you sort it all out, you're what I wish that my man could come home early once, when he's out there in some music city doing what he loves so much. But I can't help wishing, and I sit here missing him till I almost lose my mind. Oh, it's a lonely, lonely life when you're a country singer's wife. I look at magazines and cut out paper dreams and maybe someday plans, pretty velvet bedspreads and matching wallpaper and hanging lamps. But all my color schemes and material dreams don't keep me warm at night. And it's a lonely, lonely life when you're a country singer's wife. Chicago, Nashville, Birmingham, Milwaukee, New Orleans are places he sees all the time, but I see him only in my dreams. When he's away from home and I'm alone, I imagine all kinds of things, like pretty girls flirting and tempting my man into those no-no scenes. First I'm angry, then I'm hurting, then I'm crying, then I'm hating, 'cause all I do is sacrifice. It's such a lonely, lonely life when you're a country singer's wife. But it won't be as long as it has been till he'll take me on the road with him. And we can go to all the places together and I can listen to him. So till he makes it big, I'll be waiting at home for his phone calls every night. But it's a lonely, lonely life when you're a country singer's wife. Yes, it's a lonely, lonely life when you're a country singer's wife. You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. There's a little light in all of us by God's design. But you can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. How can you ask for truth when you do not truthfully live? How can you ask forgiveness when you don't forgive? I don't mean to bring you down or speak to you unkind, but you can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. There's a little light in all of us by God's design, but you can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. How can you ask a child to be honest and true when he can only judge what's right by what he sees in you? How can you offer vision yet walk around blind? No, you can't see a beacon if its light don't shine. You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. You can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. There's a little light in all of us by God's design, but you can't be a beacon if your light don't shine. May God's love surround you, may you find a brighter day. May He grant you the peace you seek in every way. God's light burns in each life, yours and mine, and you can be a beacon if you'll just let it shine. You can't be a beacon if you let it shine. You can't be a beacon This past year was good to us. The one before, just a little rough. The one before that was an awful thing. What will the new year bring? Will it bring us a little boy to fill our lives with love and joy? We've had our share of growing pains. What will the new year bring? Used to 1 and 1 make 2. Now 1 and 1 make 1. I hope you will love me throughout the year to come. We've made our mistakes with love. We learned that it can't promise us tomorrow and forever things. What will the new year bring? Wish I hadn't read our horoscope. Things look stormy for Scorpios. Virgo's supposed to sprout their wings. What will the new year bring? Will you want me to love you the way you know I do? And will you walk through life with me another year or two? Or 3 or 4 or 5 or 600 years or more? Happy New Year, darling, for whatever is in store.
Anybody here wanna walk on golden streets? Say
and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. So if you care at all for me, think twice before you start to say something that you don't mean, might drift us apart. For sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. I've seen so many times before where lovers played a game of foolish words they didn't mean, but they heard all the same. So many times they realized, too many times too late, that only fools play such a game and make such a mistake. For sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. So if you ever have to leave, speak gently as you part. And when you go, just one last smile or one last kind remark. For sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. Yes, I've seen so many times before where lovers played a game of foolish words they didn't mean, but they heard all the same. So many times they realized, too many times too late, that only fools play such a game and make such a mistake. For sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. So if you ever have to leave, speak gently as you part. And when you go, just one last smile or one last kind remark. For sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can break my heart. You're my somebody special, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Used to not know where to put you, where you fit into my life. You were just another question mark in a miscellaneous file. But you eased your way into my world and carved your space and time. And now you're always in my heart and on my mind. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. Took me long enough to realize that what I had in you was all that I was looking for to make my dreams come true. And now you're every song that I can get out of my mind. Since you taught me the melody, you can sing me anytime. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too. So when you tell me that you're lonely and you think that I don't care, I may not know how to show you, but I promise to be there. For as long as you can love me and want me to love you, you'll be the reason for everything I do. You're my somebody special. God blessed me good with you. You're the reason I keep trying when I give up like I do. You're the one that makes me happy, and you know just because of you, sometimes I even feel like I'm somebody special too.
show you. You say it sounds like to you when I ask you where were you, that I don't trust you, but I just worry and I miss you, and I need missing sometimes too. And when the fighting and the crying lead to saying that we're through, recall the words that I inscribed on my heart for you. Whatever I say means I love you. Whatever foolish thing I do means I care for you. When you sort it all out, you're what I'm all about. If you can love me long enough, I'll learn to show you. Whatever I say means I love you. Whatever foolish thing I do means I care